Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. Today's rundown is going out to all of the delivery people out there that are working for restaurants or working for grocery stores or working for courier companies, getting stuff to people that need to be self-isolating and putting themselves into a little bit of harm's way and risking some stuff, but for a greater purpose. And we are very appreciative of you. We just hope that all of the corporations that hire you are treating you well and making sure that you've got some protection on and that you are safe and your family is safe. All right? Well, thank you very much, all of you delivery people. Let's get started with your rundown. We've seen the PS5 logo, but not the PS5 itself, and until now, we had seen the Xbox Series X, but not its logo. There it is. And yep, it's a logo. It's actually not the most exciting logo for a brand new console that looks like it's going to be incredibly exciting, but it does the trick. I think Xbox kind of painted themselves into a little bit of a corner with branding Xbox One. They sort of had to come up with some kind of new differentiator with this new brand, and Xbox Series X doesn't roll off the tongue. It's a little bit wordy and a little convoluted, but I guess it also speaks to the idea that Microsoft is thinking of Xbox as a virtual platform in a way, where you can have access to all of this software on a variety of different systems. But Xbox One, yes, it's forever going to be a weird name because, of course, the original Xbox is what? Just Xbox. Xbox, the classic Xbox. Anyways, very confusing, but congratulations to all of you Xbox fans out there and all of our friends at Microsoft. There is your logo. Here's something you don't need Jedi powers to foresee. The Mandalorian won't be out of the bounty hunting business for a long time to come. Disney and Lucasfilm are already working on a third season of the new live-action Star Wars show. Variety reports that producer Jon Favreau and others like Lucasfilm creative director Doug Chiang have spent the last few weeks developing new story concepts, with one source claiming that the third season is already in full pre-production mode. This means the team will have less downtime after they're finished with the second season, which is currently scheduled to land this fall, although with the global pandemic, it's unclear if it will be delayed. Either way, it's no surprise that Disney wants to keep the ball rolling on The Mandalorian. The show is easily the most well-known exclusive for Disney Plus, and the streaming platform even saw a slight slowdown in subscriber growth when the first season ended. This is the show that Disney Plus is advertised with. You know, when you see the pop-ups on social media and stuff like that, it's always The Mandalorian because it's so freaking cool, and I've talked about how much I love and adore this show. I can't wait for season 2. I think it will still land this fall. That date is so important. I don't see it slipping. I think that there are people hard at work in self-isolation right now on all the visual effects and editing pieces together and just making it all flow. But I think they had a lot of that post-production well in hand before everybody was forced into lockdown mode. So I suspect that we're going to get those episodes. They're going to dole them out, you know, per every week like they did with the first season of Mandalorian. So there will still be time as they're delivering episodes to complete the sort of later episodes in the show.
I like those odds.
I can't wait for that. It's great news that season 3 has already been greenlit. Not a huge surprise. I think most of us were very happy with The Mandalorian. I didn't hear too many people complaining about it. So yeah, good on you, Disney Plus. Keep them coming, and keep them coming at that caliber, please. If self-isolation has filled you with strife, it's good to know that millions of players are passing their time with a new fantasy. The new remake of Final Fantasy VII sold 3.5 million copies in its first 3 days. This makes it the fastest-selling PS4 exclusive so far.
That was unexpected.
Beating the previous record holder, Insomniac's Spider-Man, which webbed 3.3 million in its first 3 days. With the success of the new Final Fantasy VII, as well as other recent remakes like Capcom's Resident Evil 2 and 3, don't expect the remake machine to let up anytime soon.
You better be worth the money, Merc.
Square Enix is currently working on the second part of the new Final Fantasy VII, although no release window has been named.
No matter.
This game, you know, obviously had many, many years to create hype for itself. There was a lot of rumor about a remake of Final Fantasy VII. We've heard speculation about this for years and years and years. So it was a bit of a you know, it was such an amazing experience to be around E3 last year with Final Fantasy VII Remake taking up such huge space on the show floor and people coming out of the demo area with huge smiles on their faces. It's an amazing game. It's really, really beautiful. And it's at its core, what it is a real love letter to the original game and the original sort of fan base around that original game. And it felt fresh, and it felt cool, and it felt like the beginning of a new era for Final Fantasy. And I think that's what Square Enix really had to do with this game. They had to kind of appease and please millions of fans that have loved this game and this franchise for many, many years, but they also had to kind of usher in a new kind of way of making these games. And the sort of freedoms that you get as you're cruising around in Midgar are extraordinary and so fun.
Come on.
Yeah, it's no big surprise to me that this game is going over very well. I can't believe that it's the fastest selling over Spider-Man, though. That really speaks to the power of the Final Fantasy brand.
I'll show you what I can do. One more shot!
Thankfully, no real-life pandemics have been caused by symbiotic black goop from outer space. Sony Pictures has revealed a new title and release date for the sequel to their gooey Marvel adventure Venom. The sequel shall henceforth be known as Venom: Let There Be Carnage, owing to the fact that the villainous Carnage will appear in the film following a brief tease at the end of the first one.
There's gonna be carnage.
Woody Harrelson will reprise the role alongside Tom Hardy back as the lead.
We are Venom.
As for when you'll be able to see it, the new film was originally slated to land this fall, but will now hit Earth on June 25th, 2021. Sony has already pushed back most of their other big movies, including another Marvel anti-hero film, Morbius, which will also land in summer 2021. The studio has long wanted to create a shared cinematic universe with Venom, Morbius, and the other Marvel characters that they still own the rights to, so don't be surprised if you get a few cameos in the new movies.
I have a parasite.
There was a goofy charm about Venom. It was certainly not the best superhero film or film in the superhero kind of canon that I had seen. But Tom Hardy was fun, and there was some pretty cool special effects. It should have been a better movie, especially when you have an actor of the caliber of Tom Hardy, but he threw himself into the role for sure. So I'm excited to see what they do now with this sequel and how much Woody Harrelson and Tom Hardy are going to try to outact each other and overact each other as they're having probably loads of fun making this new Venom film.
Do you mind if we forego the whole creepy serial killer thing here?
Sure, it's good with me.
And I think Sony is probably feeling, especially after the strength of the two Tom Holland films, and I can't wait for the third one of that, and especially from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, that they have a lot of opportunity here to engage lots of different eras of Spider-Man and lots of different takes on Spider-Man in live-action form.
I love you. Wait, what?
Yeah, I think Sony is on to some good stuff here, and I think they're also taking a lot more guidance from Marvel because Spider-Man is such a key and important figure in the MCU.
Like a bird in the wind.
Marvel heroes aren't the only characters that Sony can land a punch with. Sony Pictures is working on a live-action film adaptation of the Japanese superhero manga One Punch Man. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Sony has tapped Venom co-writer Scott Rosenberg and Jeff Pinkner to begin developing the project, along with producer Avi Arad, who's worked on countless franchises, like, again, Venom.
Like a bird in the wind.
One Punch Man is a relatively new character, having first appeared in comic form in 2009, and since then he's had an anime adaptation and a video game. As his name implies, he has the ability to defeat any foe with a single punch, so don't be fooled by his resemblance to Caillou. Now, without pulling any punches, Hollywood has a terrible track record when it comes to adapting Japanese manga and anime franchises, although the fact that Sony is a Japanese company might help.
I will not play rock, paper, scissors with you! You've got a booger on your finger!
This could be fun. Certainly there's a goofy, hooky sort of center here, and there's a big reason why this character in this franchise has become so popular. This might be a fun adaptation. I am going to reserve my skepticism until I see a trailer, I think. THQ Nordic has announced that the real-time tactical cowboy game Desperados 3 will shoot up the PC, PS4, and Xbox One on June 16th. This is the first new entry in the series in almost 15 years, and like the previous games, players will control a roster of different Old West-style characters and use tactical stealth mechanics to take out their enemies. THQ Nordic acquired the rights to the franchise from the previous owner, Atari, back in 2013. I loved playing this game at the pre-E3 last year, and I have to be honest, I've been thinking about this game. It pops up in my mind all the time because it was such a different take. You know, the stealth ideas and switching to different cowboys, and they have totally different skill sets and abilities, having to kind of position your characters in the right parts of the map to take on the hordes of enemies that are coming after you. Really cool, intricate level designs and intricate little details and the animations and stuff. I can't wait to play this game. I'll absolutely have a review for you, and I hope this game turns out as well as I hope it does, because it was a lot of fun to play last year.
Come on.
Okay, you guys, that's going to do it for our rundown today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll have a new one for you tomorrow, so please come back for that. In the meantime, we've got lots of fresh content for you to check out, including my recent review of the TurboGrafx 16 Mini, and I actually got a nice little cameo in there from John Linneman from Digital Foundry, so check that out. And we've got lots of other content for you to see as well. If you dig our channel, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Please go ahead and share it. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, and until then, play forever.